2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
Welcome to 2K Sports. We have the NBA coming up. Great to have you with us. And in our matchup tonight, we'll see the Minnesota Timberwolves going up against the Philadelphia 76ers. Kevin Harlan here with Greg Anthony and a pair of Hall of Famers with us, Doris Burke and David Aldridge. Now a look at Philadelphia's starting lineup. We've got Joel Embiid, Lowry out there with Maxey. Then it's George. And it's MP in at the 4 slot. And for Minnesota, Conley and Edwards are the guards. Some big guys down front on the block, Towns and Gobert. And it's McDaniels in at the small forward position. Entering the home stretch of the season, GA, how excited are you for the play-in tournament?
Oh, it's a lot of fun, Kevin. You can go from a 10th seed to making the playoffs. It makes this part of the year that much more entertaining.
And so here we go, the 76ers to start it. Maxey looking it over. MP outside. Another shot. It's another look. Rudy Gobert with the rebound. And so it's Conley bringing up the ball for Minnesota. Last game matchup with the Suns, a tough loss there.
Well, when you're facing a team that's feeding off the crowd's energy, you have to bring your A game, and they didn't do that defensively.
One thing you know, Greg, is you've got to pack your defense in the suitcase if you're going to win on the road, and they simply did not bring it.
And so it's the 76ers getting on the board first. Here's Gobert. Good D by Embiid. 76ers have gone just 1 of 4 to get this game started.
You know, when Rudy Gobert is down low, it strikes fear into the opponent. This is a guy who has led the league in blocks and rebounds at different times. Inside the paint, he is just a nightmare to battle against.
And the Timberwolves with possession here. Philadelphia getting their last shot to go. George against McDaniel. And the 3 off target. So for the 76ers, the last game, a win against the Portland Trailblazers. Good on the shot.
Boy, a little bit of separation inside and taking advantage is Paul George.
Conley against Maxey. And the call is going to be, yes, it is, an illegal screen.
And not the most common call you'll see in the NBA, but hard to argue that pick wasn't illegal.
It is really difficult to get your feet completely set, to stay completely still. It's almost surprising to me that it isn't called more often.
Good ball movement here by the 76ers. Pushing it up. Here's Edwards. And easy 2 points on the layup.
That's a smart pass from Jaden McDaniels. Just finds a teammate operating with a little space.
Inside. And MP gets it to go on the assist by Maxey.
Well, you love the activity out there. What a play. This guy is busy on the offensive end.
Maxey against Conley. Outside, Towns. He kicks it to McDaniels. Paul George with the steal. To the middle. Here's MP. And the dunk by MP.
Well, if you don't take care of the ball, fellas, that's what can happen.
Absolutely, Greg. That makes the turnover even more painful.
At the end of the day, though, it's 2 points. Don't hang your heads. Let's get refocused and play with more patience.
Here is Conley after the Sixers pick up 2. Pass to Edwards. Banked in off the glass. Edwards got his second basket of the night.
And that strength and concentration from Anthony Edwards. Yes, there's contact. Doesn't bother him.
And this offense is in a perfect rhythm, and you can see how they're finishing their plays.
Well, what great game planning. What great execution. It doesn't get much better than this.
And Nick Nurse, Greg, the 26th head coach in 76ers franchise history.
And Kevin, known for his creativity and that outside-the-box thinking, I think it's a good fit with this forward-thinking front office.
So the Timberwolves called their first timeout. Tamori Doris about a log jam up front for the Timberwolves, but it seems to have worked out.
It certainly has, Kevin, and I think part of that is the high skill level of both Karl Anthony Towns and Naz Reid. Both of those guys can play the 4 and the 5 spot. What does that mean? Well, it allows either of them to line up next to Rudy Gobert, provide spacing with their shooting, and stay big. That's a huge advantage.
Big group substitution now for Minnesota. Reid, he's checked in for Rudy Gobert. Joe Ingles comes in for McDaniels. Alexander Walker, he's checked in for Edwards. And Dillingham subbed in for Mike Conley. And the 76ers will go for a different look here. Drummond's checked in for Joel Embiid. Martin comes in for George. Kelly Oubre's checked in for Kyle Lowry. And Reggie Jackson subbed in for Maxey. Alexander Walker with the ball. Covered by Oubre. And they turn over the 24-second buzzer, signaling the shot clock violation.
76ers ball.
Philadelphia leading by 8. On the wing, MP. To the inside, Drummond. And Drummond throws it down.
And they have owned the paint so far, and the score reflects it.
I know it's early, but you have got to like the dominance down low. Right now, they are playing bully basketball.
Now, here's Ingles. The jump hook, and Towns finishes inside.
Karl Anthony Towns will mix his spots as a scorer, that time doing work inside.
MP passes to Drummond. And Drummond throws it down.
Building up a big early lead, they have taken charge of this game.
And they've been doing it largely at the offensive end. If the defense does not adjust, this could be a blowout.
Here's Ingles after the made shot from Andre Drummond. Here's Reid. Good D by Drummond. Here's Philadelphia. They're on a 16-6 run. Here's MP. And MP throws it down.
And what a way to start this game, dominating at both ends of the floor.
And give them credit for approaching this game with the right energy and intensity. This team has attacked every chance they've gotten. And this is a shot he can definitely make, and the defense not a factor at all.
And there's Jackson on the assist by Martin.
Oh, this is the kind of start they were hoping for.
Stolen by Jackson. On the wing, MP. Offensive rebound. Here's Drummond, and Drummond throws it down.
Impossible to stop the putback when he's got that kind of position.
Agreed, Greg. Let him get his hands on it inside and finish it off.
How about the activity level, the effort level? This team right now feeding off his energy.
He's getting his first free throw attempt of the night right now.
Gotta admire what he's been able to do at the free throw line this season. How about over 90%?
First one falls for him. The 76ers making a switch here. And Towns drops them both.
This is what makes him a challenge to stop. He will beat you from the floor, and he can also beat you from the line.
And so it's the Philadelphia 76ers sitting with a comfortable lead up by 14. They've been putting on a clinic in the paint. Shots are falling with regularity, and they are pounding it down low. Back right after this. And welcome back to the second quarter of action. Plenty of basketball left to play, but this one has been one-sided so far. And a moment to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from for Philadelphia.
I like how they've worked the ball inside, getting looks closer in there, and that really helps your offense.
You know, also, they've been incredible on the fast break, taking those chances, playing with great pace.
Anthony Edwards out there with Reid. And it's Rudy Gobert. Then it's Nickeil Alexander-Walker. And it's Dillingham in at the point. That's the 5 to begin the second quarter for the Timberwolves. It's been a few years now, Doris, but it feels like point guard is the position in the NBA.
Well, Kevin, we certainly have our share of great point guards. Luka Doncic, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, they seem to be in the MVP conversation consistently. But the last couple MVPs, you look back, you've got a couple of centers. For a long time, the small forward spot dominated the game. It's really something that's in constant flux.
Yeah, they've raised their shooting percentage in this quarter, and they're starting to get on track.
Back to MP. And MP throws it down.
Well, taking it to the rack with power.
Hammering down the two-hand slam. Timberwolves trail by 13. With a short break in the action, gives us a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge.
Well, MP in the last matchup against the Trailblazers was all business. He contributed 11 points, and his assertiveness drew a lot of attention from the defense. He drew a good amount of fouls. It was just his night. The effort he put forth is what allowed him to have such a big game. Kevin, let's see if he can do that again tonight.
Thanks for the report, David. You have to love the energy he brought in that last game.
Yeah, he was the team's driving force, and tonight, maybe more of the same.
Well, I think what he has shown is when they send two in his direction, he is willing to make the pass and trust his teammates to make plays so critical.
Greg, this is some kind of note. Last year, Minnesota, for just the second time, had ever won a series in the postseason.
Yeah, they've been bounced in the first round, 10 of 12 appearances. But last year's team was different. Their elite defense fueled the conference finals run.
McDaniels is checked in for the Timberwolves. Conley now comes in for Dillingham. And the 76ers making a change here. On defense, the 76ers. 16-point lead, the largest margin in the game. Conley against Maxey. Just 5 on the clock. McDaniels kicks to Gobert. Another miss by Minnesota.
Well, he's got a great stroke. That one almost dropped.
Here's Maxey. Score the basket, his second of 2 attempts.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency.
That'll do it for the first half. 76ers ahead. They lead by 13. From Target Center, back in a moment.
The 76ers, 44.
And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next 2 quarters are any different from the first 2. So far, it has been a runaway. And what can you say? Towns, an impressive effort here.
He's done a fantastic job of finding open space to operate within the first few quarters.
Well, one of the things every player is after is efficiency at the offensive end. And boy, this young guy has done just that.
Taking a look at the 76ers. MP is out there with Paul George. Then there's Lowry. Then there's Embiid. And it's Maxey in at the 1 spot.
It's impressive, the level of domination at both ends, and you're seeing the results.
You know this. It's not easy building a lead on the road, but this team has been lights out throughout the game.
And the Timberwolves with possession here after the Sixers pick up 2. Edwards passes to Gobert. And too much time in the lane. They get called for the 3-second violation. Now a chance to look at the best new players in the game with our Rookie of the Year race. Things getting clear with a little over a month to go. You look at MP all season long. He has proven again and again that he is the cream of the crop He's in the top spot right now, and the hardware could be his.
And there's no more deserving candidate. Any other outcome than him lifting that Rookie of the Year trophy, and I'd be shocked.
It's got to be him. In a season where we have a ton of worthy candidates, he has been the most outstanding by far.
They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in crafting this huge lead.
It's time now to hear from our Hall of Fame reporter, David Aldridge. What's the latest, David?
Kevin, thank you. Tyrese Maxey has stepped up into a starring role with the 76ers. He says these guys have the ultimate confidence in me, all the way from the organization down to the players. So I can just go out there and be aggressive, play my game, even through mistakes. It's all part of extraordinary growth for the guard. Kevin?
EA thanks. He is rewarding their faith. And I love his statement on growth. He's always looking to expand. Now, McDaniels, after the missed three from MP.
Oh, and this is turning into a slow start here in the second half. Seems like they left that offense in the locker room.
You've seen, Doris, Paul George's journey from role player to MVP candidate.
There's a reason, Kevin, Paul George is one of the most emulated players in the league with young people. His game is so well-rounded, and maybe his best attribute is his adaptability. Paul George is equally comfortable either being the lead man, or if need be, he can play with 2 or 3 other stars and still be effective. Really incredible.
Here's Gobert, out to Edwards. No good on the shot. Excellent D there from George. And so George will bring it up for the Philadelphia 76ers. They led by as many as 18 points.
Well, I absolutely love the way this guy has controlled the pace tonight. They've been able to play the style they want.
Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
McDaniels gets to Conley. It's hauled in by George.
And with the success they've had rebounding the basketball, they're right where you'd expect them to be, firmly in the driver's seat.
Now, Paul George is always about making the right play. What a pretty pass.
Minnesota calls timeout. The specter of injury seems to always loom over Paul George's career, Doris.
But, Kevin, I think it's very hard for Paul George fans to take out of their mind completely that gruesome injury he suffered. But we've got to give this young man a ton of credit. He has managed his play and his health to a very high level and still one of the most gifted players this game has seen.
Big group substitution now for Minnesota. Reed, he's checked in for Rudy Gobert. Joe Ingles comes in for McDaniels. Alexander Walker, he's checked in for Edwards. And Dillingham subbed in for Mike Conley. Now here's Towns. 14 points for him. 1:52 left to play in the third. Oubre outside. Takes it inside. It's good. Oubre's got his first basket.
Getting it done on both ends, and it shows up in the score.
The 76ers leading by 12. Edwards on the wing. He's joined by McDaniels. Gobert is out there with Reed. And it's Conley in at the point. So that's the Timberwolves 5. Lowry passes to MP. And that one hits back iron. And the Timberwolves with possession here. They'll be off to Charlotte for a game against the Hornets. And that'll be the first of a 2-game road trip for them.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the three. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
It used to be a smart play to foul Rudy Gobert because he struggled from the free throw line. This guy's so much better now.
And what do you guys think so far about the offensive approach for the 76ers?
You love how they've lived in the paint, making the defense just consistently have to collapse and still finding ways to convert.
The other thing that's been impressive is really just relentless driving the basketball. Doesn't matter if the defense is there, they are challenging them and getting it done.
That one falls.
And that's 10 straight points in the paint. The defense, nowhere to be found.
Maxey against Conley. Out to the wing. Reed kicks to McDaniels. From the left block. Jump shot is good that time.
Yeah, Jaden McDaniels with a very good sense for when he should look to score it, especially in the painted area.
Maxey against Conley. On the wing, Embiid. Here's Embiid. Physical play by Embiid inside.
Second chance points always hurt. Just not enough effort to block out.
No doubt those extra possessions can really add up against you when you do not take care of the defensive glass.
Here's Conley. And Philadelphia grabs the miss. Embiid's got 8 rebounds in this game. Embiid deciding where to go with it.
After the strong first half, this guy has not been the same, and largely a no-show right here.
Edwards passes to Conley. Passes to Reed. Puts up a deep 3. That's in there. Conley with the assist. Reed's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. Bounce pass Maxey. Down low. Embiid. Gobert pulls it in. Gobert's got his 6th rebound on the night. Bursting off the floor. Edwards hammers it down.
Anthony Edwards has got his rhythm, and he's got a well-rounded offensive game. Look out.
Here's MP. He's looking for Embiid and finds him, and they pick up 2.
And with the lead, I like the strategy here. Continue to get the ball to guys who can do something with it.
One thing we've learned in the NBA.
Oh, that was something else.
How about the handle of Anthony Edwards so much tighter? That is so good.
And Philadelphia calls time here.
All right, look who's coming off the court. Come on and get loud for your Timberwolves dancers.
And now we present our New Balance Player of the Game.
And as you'd expect, he's done most of his damage in that low block. I mean, that was the game plan, to get it to him in the paint and just let him go to work. And boy, has the big fella delivered. He has just killed them down low.
He's really seemed to feed off the hostile environment he's been faced with tonight. Around 3 minutes gone here in the 4th quarter. Pass to Maxey. Back to MP. Conley against Maxey. MP, that's for 2. Rebound, Minnesota. Outside Conley. To the left side wing. There's Towns. And that one falls, coming off Conley's feet. 16 points for Karl Anthony Towns. MP, that's for 2. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. That one is on Towns.
Personal foul. First team foul. At the line for the 76ers. Taking 2 shots.
Good on the first, and that makes it a 7-point lead. So he gets them both, and it's an 8-point game. The Timberwolves have gone 5 of 7 from the field since the beginning of the 4th. Strong work at that end of the floor. And 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact.
Let's remember, Anthony Edwards is 6'5" with a 6'9" wingspan. Those long arms, very difficult to deal with defensively. Draws the contact there.
2 shots.
Gets the first, and that narrows the gap to 7. And Edwards drops them both.
And great work at the line there to chip away at the lead. A few more productive trips here, and things could really get interesting.
Embiid. And Embiid throws it down.
And you do not want to be on the receiving end of that. Embiid throwing it down with some funk.
Edwards against Lowry. Edwards inside. Good D by Embiid.
Those are chances almost always you can rely on him to get you 2 points, but the D just enough to keep him out of rhythm.
Philadelphia moving the ball around. Stolen by Reed. Now here's Conley. Outside Edwards. Second shot opportunity. Oh, what a physical score from Edwards.
We know this about Anthony Edwards. He is fearless in these moments. That's a big-time clutch delivery.
Lowry for three. That's in, coming off the assist from Embiid. And the 76ers lead by 9. Conley finds Edwards. Over in the corner, McDaniels for three. That one's rebounded by Embiid. And so it's Maxey with it. He brings it up for Philadelphia. MP dishes to Embiid. Kicks it out to MP. There's the pass to George. So the 76ers win it. This was a very strong showing for him, Greg. Not necessarily a runaway win, but one they'll feel very good about.
And let's face it, anytime you can go on the road and win in the fashion they did, you have to feel good about it. Really an outstanding effort all the way around.
And that'll wrap it up, folks. For Doris Burke, David Aldridge, Greg Anthony, and the rest of our terrific 2K Sports crew, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. So long.